Angelo Badalamenti. And he say, oh, that's it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Angelo. Oh, that's turning my hair down. I love that. Just keep that going.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Goedemorgen, Mr. Minister. Simpel. With the age, it's April 4th, so the first April is the first Friday of April. This is 2025. 2025, eh? David, slightly Mr. Lynch, can you hear me from here? He goes, and if he can believe it, it's a Friday once a day, 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 in Naples. Today seems totally clear, but the rules sound a little clumsy at the moment. So, but moment clear, and it also seems very still now. It's early afternoon, practically it's noon and 46 minutes. 66 and Fahrenheit, tine Celsius, mesimetrice deli software organization diverse, fakat software kasi gadget intelligence for spring to sulu bir, it's Star Wars, it's prego, dico poi sono quello che c'è nel così. I'm sure, ma trovare si è della singola soluzione, su se mettersi ma purpose per capire lo sciunto c'è in si spetta un numero apsi paradox che trovate per me, e in pratica di due si dove indicare ratio su factor for the water, and the summer in winter factor for the water, pratica use in fact suggest for say an adjective soft for the or summer adjective hot for the winter adjective cold, just notice also si che si sa, classica ci sia, asi che di vista trasformi use, nothing was in a few grade three seems that we are in the first days of the spring, so it's really good. Picanti, yesterday it was we could say also it was and winter atmosphere. Since today I think it's really seems the first days of spring. And you so still not in the sky and also atmosphere in general I bit I think I can see this within the just for because it's beautiful, so can be another few it's a Friday once again, and as you know, first of all, as every Friday, I share with this. Both respectively the third, the red and the fourth, the blue, the red and the white, blue and the white resource. In all the stormy weather reports, and as practically since some months I'm using both. I believe that this many months ago that this third crash instead was only battery problem, and so since that moment I'm using both. Yes, practically most of the burn with the new the blue fourth, and another part with the red return. Even if these last periods, better say I think 3-4 months, yes, apart with practically an half and a half. Also 10 minutes with this and all the other part of the red return because practically the battery of the fourth lasts very few minutes, I don't know why, and so maximum 10 minutes, as not more than 15 minutes, and the other part with the red. So I don't know why this thing of the battery of the fourth, the blue. But in general for me, good, very good, this thing that both work go. I repeat for this the respective turn red and fourth the blue, red and white, blue white resource. Those term with reports, and in general for this it is unfortunately questa proprio il report for the vince. Since Santa molto consiglio che a kind of sort of oblige to make a better chance, because as you know, much better than me at this point, because at this point, as you know, much better than me, music, most of us preso lo so è boff invece per il gatto finché tre anticipanti si disegni ripetete ci spiego 6 to 5 tranquilla Celsius that Lo sky sequence shine will soon near my head. What a beautiful sunshine track sono tesi. Lucio chi sit, si chiesi. Si possono not chi si chiesi. Yes, vedo till now the sun is clear, but considering the period, consider theory being considering change powers a few days ago, for now we let them for other practically 7 hours, no, 6 hours and yes, and a half, more or less, yes, 30-35 minutes, vabbè, ne half, in comparison with the ball, mi confesso, è completely different tool. Well, so, sì, with the window, with the new York, and so, stuttering, so, diverse fact, the only sentence, it's encoding, it's also the logo perfect, while it's also the logo perfect, we read it in 2 years, and also this beautiful internet was also always better visible for me instantly very shot at seconds in a shot. se carico cresciuto, c'è questo video, bene, dipende da tutti, in genere, visimo, non sono i segreti, non mi bette, visimo, senti, lasciato, non sono i segreti, anzi, non si mi lasciato. And finally, from my video keeper and jigs, 614, EPG, EPG, 605. Oh, sono i segreti, non si mi lasciato. Hey, greeting the people, facendo di forza che se le vedi che ora. Sono un po' di mia sister. Posso mai essere fatto la sua schisa? Falla lì, io poi la diretta breakfast. Dates, late in generale, sono essere venire from probably che si also slide elite, but all importance è che fare with regular reaction in December 1993, it was a salary in fact in breakfast of attendance and believed. I started with them. Fintan parte del metodo di stesso finché ti record fa così record sembra non su questa ragione. Why do you repeat close the record? Slide late, also slide rate, slide late, slide mars. It's just rolling, obviously, just rolling quote, non fortissimo. But, really important thing to should remember that in some way also today for to you as well. I'm really hey, so sì. Ekvasizosan most things are from absolutely. And as you know, it's few weeks from as I had shots at my favorite biscuits. Particular, what I would say already things particular. And the first one is about the milk factories in the shots and all you can see it to the coffee homes. Obviously, also the cookie chocolate factory going to test in the short fragment video. The shot. And within this also the fact that Nicolas' breakfast are always a bomb, but this of the last video in particular are a mega bomb. The second thing is about the serious fact, even if there are beautiful series started the Conan, the Italian series, for me these are the second place of position, because at the first place of position, for me, there are the BAM Italian series. In fact, I truly recommend them because they are really superb. Also, tomorrow I suppose, if not today, I can tomorrow to happen. I will see.